welcome, guys, to the second episode of the Chalk Talk podcast. This is your host, Tony.
And Nick.
And today's video is going to be on the Kentucky Derby, guys. Yesterday, we just uploaded a video of the Kentucky Oaks, which is a female version of the Kentucky Derby, 14 horse field that we uploaded to our YouTube yesterday. So today is the Kentucky Derby. It's the male race of the biggest race for 3-year-old colts. Today it's not going to be a long video like yesterday. Yesterday we did almost a 40-minute video on our breakdown of the whole field. The Kentucky Derby is 20 horses, so today we will be giving you the contenders we think are the ones that are going to be running for the money or exotics or whatever. So what do you think about the Kentucky Derby, Nick?
I think it's going to be a good race. I think it's going to be, I think the favorite is going to win. I think it has the first time in 6 years that a favorite's won this thing. But anything can happen in the Kentucky Derby, especially with a late scratch. Rodriguez scratching out prior to us recording this. So it looks like Flavian Prat is going to be jumping on Baeza. I haven't heard any updates on who's going to be riding the number 2 horse, I believe. So we'll see. He was supposed to ride another horse, and if this one was coming in, he was going to jump ship. So this is the only horse I believe that'll give him a run besides the Japanese horses. So it's going to be a good race.
You're really into your Japanese horses, huh?
I think this is the year they do it. But journalism's, he's a good horse. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
If it's not a blowout, it's going to be a good race.
It's going to be a good race. So we're going to jump on to the horses, guys. First horse will be Citizen Bull. I will be sharing the screen, so bear with us. This is a 20 horse field, like I told you guys, but we will break down the contenders Nick and I feel are going to be in the race. So first horse, like I said, is Citizen Bull. Citizen Bull is a 3-year-old colt with pedigrees of Into Mischief. A good horse. This is actually a horse that I'm thinking I might put my house on this one, Nick, so early on in the video.
Huh? This is the one you bet the farm on, huh?
Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Citizen Bull with Bob Baffert and, a longtime friend, Martin Garcia. They've linked up with a lot of good horses in the past, and I think this is the one, man. On what I've seen, 6 starts, good speed figures. Don't think he was in his A game in his recent race. He did place 4th behind Journalism, which is the favorite of the Kentucky Derby. And the newly fresh horse, Baeza, too. He finished behind Baeza in that race. So it was Journalism and Baeza behind him. And so Citizen Bull has a lot to improve. He did have a really good Juveniles Breeders' Cup. I did see potential in that race, and he did show a lot of speed figures prior to his 4th place finish recently at the Santa Anita Derby. I think maybe it was a bad ride, and the horse wasn't feeling comfortable. But then again, I do not want to take flowers away from the favorite, but this is going to be my horse. I'm going to jump on Bob Baffert and Martin Garcia at 20 to 1. 20 to 1, if you believe it or not. I think he is the horse to look at.
Taking a chance, So here's what I'm saying. This horse needs the lead. If this horse doesn't have the lead, it's tough for him to come back from that. But he's in the first post, and like we said yesterday, everyone's going to be heading for that rail. So if this horse doesn't jump on everybody, he's going to be running in the pack. And this horse needs to be leading to stay in the lead.
Hey,
so I think it's going to be a good one. I mean, I wouldn't count this one out. Especially with the good jockey.
Martin Garcia, man. Martin Garcia is a good lead jockey. He loves the lead. He loves the speed. Don't underestimate him. He has a lot of experience. So, that's the first horse. Straight out the gate. Yes, that's the horse I'm thinking that is going to place 1st or 2nd in the Derby.
Wow.
Crazy to say, but yep.
Look at you.
Yeah, straight coming out.
I think if he gets out there, if he gets to jump on everyone, I do see him coming in 4th. No, he has a good chance, Tony.
Yeah, so we'll see. The next horse, we're gonna be skimming through horses, guys. Next horse is number 2, Neoquos, right? Did I pronounce that right?
Neoclose.
Neoclose,
Neoclose.
okay. Okay, so yeah, so this is Safi Junior horse coming out of Gulfstream, placed third behind Sovereignty. I personally don't see him. He's not in my contender list.
He's not on mine.
I'm going to pass. I don't have much to say about this horse. I don't know about you, Nick.
No, I don't see anything on this horse. I would add him maybe to a superfecta for fourth place, just
Okay,
to have him in there for giggles.
okay,
Try to make some money on that. On that.
okay. So the next horse is number three horse, Final Gambit. Final Gambit coming out of the with Brad Cox in his training. I do have him as a contender. He is on my contender list. Final Gambit, big performance in his last race, beating rival Flying Mohawk in the Jeff Ruby Stakes. He does only have four races. The last two have been wins, but his first two races were just maiden stake races, which he did prove he had something. So he's been improving on my side. So yeah, it's a horse to keep an eye on. Final
Yeah,
Gambit.
the only thing that scares me on this one, Tony, is that he's never ran on dirt before. He's a
That's true.
synthetic horse. And
That's
then,
true.
I mean, I'm not going to put this one in nowhere in my
Really?
account.
Wow. I have him. I have him. I have him at least in supers and tries, but he is a horse I will be keeping an eye out.
Wow.
Yep. I'm saying I know he doesn't have that much race under his belts, but that race against that race in the Jeff Ruby's, he it was a good performance, man. He shocked
Yeah.
everybody. So yeah, on to the next horse. Next horse, sorry, not next horse. Number four
Next
horse
horse
was
is
Scratch.
scratched. Yeah.
So Rodriguez is scratched. Sadly, he was in my contender. So on to the five horse, American Promise. American Promise coming out of the pedigree of Justified with trainer Dwayne Lucas. Once again, this is another long shot I do have as my contenders. A lot
Really?
of people, yes, a lot of people are counting him out. Remember, his dad is a Triple Crown winner, Justified. His dad was, I believe, if I remember right, his dad was the last favorite to win the Kentucky Derby.
That's right.
With Mike
So anything
Smith
can
in the
happen in
iron.
this one, though.
No, of course, anything.
The only thing I see on this horse is the trainer, Dwayne Lucas. He's a
Yep,
really good trainer, and he brings all
definitely.
these horses that come to Kentucky Derby are there to at least
Yep.
place. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to definitely go back and look at this one.
Yeah,
But
I went.
as of right now, I don't have him anywhere on my picks.
I
I'm gonna
went to
pass
go
on
look
this.
back. He does have a lot of races, which he has struggled. I'll be looking for him in the race. I did see a lot of improvement in that Virginia Derby at Colonial Downs. Wasn't going to, I'm not going to say it was enough to tell me, oh, yes, I'm going to bet the farm on this guy, but this is a contender I see that can make you guys money, guys. So, in my
All
point of
right,
view,
we'll
this
have
is
to add him.
American Promise is one of the horses besides Citizen Bull that I just told you guys, and
All right,
yeah. So next horse number six, Admire Daytona.
there we go.
Ad-
Now we're talking, Tony. Now we're talking. This one
so
right here, Tony. This one, it's a Japanese horse. You can scroll down to its go down some more, and it's run in two races. And one at United Emirates Derby.
okay,
I mean, this is a good one. They're saying that this one might be the one that's better out of the two. I believe might be best out of the two. Luxor Cafe. This one showed some potential. He's a good runner. I mean, it's a mile and 3/16 at 159. A minute and 59 seconds isn't too shabby.
not too shabby at all. I do not have. I will back out of this one. I'm not really familiarized with any horse coming out of the states. So you guys heard Nick. He thinks this is a contender. He did
I
come from
believe
winning
so.
the United Emirates Derby. So must speak a lot. It looks like he lost. He came fourth to a rival, right? Luxury
Yeah,
Cafe. Okay.
yeah.
So, I would probably take a look at him if Nick is telling you guys.
But
So
he's ran the distance. So
that's so this is something that's in your contender list,
yeah,
Nick. Okay. Okay. On to the next horse, number 7, Luxury Cafe. Look, we're just talking about him. That's crazy.
there
This
it
is
is.
so this
Another
is
good
another
one coming out of
Japanese horse.
Japan.
Okay. Another Japan. Okay. Cool, cool.
He's got 2 races on his belt as well.
Okay.
What I'm hearing is these stakes right here really aren't running with what we would call grade 1 or grade 2 horses. These are lower level horses, lower level races. So he has won. A win is a win, but like you said, the competition was not top grade.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that concerned me. I was high on this one for a bit, and then I started reading up on the last horse,
Okay.
and I think the other one might be a little bit better than this one, but
Wow. Okay.
this one can't be counted out either.
Even though that
But
damn this one's coming from back to back wins. Okay.
yeah, but it's not at a high grade level. They weren't high grade
Okay.
level races,
Okay.
so we'll see.
Uh, and this is also on your contender list, Nick.
Yes, I'm gonna go with. I think the Japanese are coming to win this one, but
Wow. Okay.
like I said, journalism's hard. It's gonna be hard to win them. But we'll see. And
Okay.
there it is.
Number 8 horse,
Journalism.
the
Your
favorite.
2025 Kentucky Derby winner.
Honestly, I'm rooting for this guy just because I like the jockey. Rispoli is on him, Italian jockey. You know, besides that, here we do not like the favorites, Nick. We
Yeah,
are
but this one you
against the
can't count
favorites.
out. You can't leave money on the table on this one. You're gonna go with a favorite, and you're gonna throw some
Heavy punchers.
yeah in the back to try to make up that
Yeah,
money. And his dad is Uncle Mo.
and that's another speed horse. That's a speed horse that likes to lead and just takes off on the pack, and you'll never see him. I remember Uncle Mo. Sadly, he had to retire early on, but you know, as you guys see, journalism last all his races he's been on money. One, two,
West
three,
Coast.
four,
He's a
four
West Coast
last
horse, and
race. That's a West Course, and yeah, that's gonna be a tough one,
so we'll
man.
see.
It's gonna be a tough one, man. I do have him. I do have him as in my contender list as well. The one that everyone wants to win, solid horse. Like I just told you guys, 5 races, all in the money. Um, including Maidens and Los Alamitos and Del Mar and Santa Anita. So yeah, guys, the favorite, it's gonna be hard to beat, but try to beat the favorite. So yeah, let's go on to the next horse. The next horse is the number 9, Burnham Square. Burnham Square is on my contender list, coming from a good performance from the Keyland in the Bluegrass. I believe this is was a really good performance. He did not look shy. He did not look scared. To perform good in that track, Nick. I think it's talking. It's the dirt. It's a dirt track, just like Churchill.
Yeah,
He beat rival East Avenue. He did come fourth to Sovereignty, and also I believe he also placed behind the 2 horse Neokios, if I'm pronouncing that
yeah,
right. So yeah, this is on my contender list. Like I told you guys, he's coming from a good performance, winning the Bluegrass. Shows really good speed figures at a mile and 116 with 112 buyer speed figures. So yeah, this is on my contender list. Birmingham Squared. Keep him on
yeah.
your guys.
I agree pretty much with everything you've said. I don't see anything really gonna hold this horse back besides my 2 Japanese horses and journalism. But we'll see, we'll see.
Japan for the win. Sounds like Nick is signing off on the Japanese horses invading and basically running away with the Kentucky Derby title this year, right?
Yeah, hopefully, we'll see.
You've
We'll
been
see. We'll
rooting for
see.
the Japanese horses for the last 3 years, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
So the next horse is the 10 horse Grande. Grande is trained by Todd Pletcher, and I really don't have much to say, but he's been in the money. His only loss was in the Wood Memorial to Rodriguez, which was a really good race. All I can say is watch out for this horse. He's not in my contender list, by the way.
Wow.
And the only reason why I
Really?
left them, yes, the only reason why I left them out of my contender list, and you're gonna be like, that is so weird. He really only has 3 races, but one was an allowance, one was a maidens, and he jumped to a big race, which he proved he can hang with the big ones. But I just feel like there's better horses.
Yeah. Did you see that speed rating 123 though? That didn't scare you?
Yeah, I did see. I was at 1 mile, but remember,
And
there's
then
a
you
mile in the
got Jockey
corner.
John Velasquez riding him. Uh, few,
Johnny V.
past the Kentucky Derby winner.
Yeah.
This horse is a stalker. This horse likes to lay back and he waits till the end, towards the end of the race when the other horses are run out of energy, and then he just runs right by them. So this is another horse you might want to keep in mind to run up towards the end. We'll see. He likes to wait and then pounce on the horses that are not coming that are running out of juice. So this is a good one. I would keep this one on the radar because I believe he will be up.
So this is another horse on Nick's contenders list. So keep an eye out, guys. On to the next horse, number 11. Number 11, Flying Mohawk. Flying.
Now this is one you like, right?
You guys, technical difficulties. Okay, Flying Mohawk. I don't precisely say I like him. He was in a good race against Final Gambit. He did have 2 wins before coming in second to Final Gambit at an allowance and maintenance claiming at Churchill Downs. He does not show fast speed figures compared to the other ones we've been watching. He's not on my contender list. I really don't have much to say, but a good race behind Final Gambit.
Yeah, but he's a turf horse and synthetic. Never ran on dirt. He's got a jockey running the first time in the Derby, which is another. I don't know. I don't know if he's up to par for this. It's a big jump. So it's like going from high school and then you get to go play in the World Series. That's a big leap.
Hey,
So we'll
yeah.
see. We'll see what it could do. Anything can happen in the Derby. Everyone could fall off their horses. You never know.
And we don't know what's the weather gonna be like. So
Yeah.
Friday's gonna be raining.
So that might
Saturday
be
it
another
might.
one to think about because the weather. This horse has never ran on dirt. He doesn't know what mud feels like. You don't know
Yeah.
what that kickback feels like. So we'll see. We'll see what he can do.
Next horse will be number 12, East Avenue. East Avenue coming out of good stables. The Godolphin stables with the trainer Brendan Walsh. I have not seen any of his races, but recent bluegrass race where he lost to Birmingham Square. Really good race, really close race. Don't have much. He's not on my contender list. I believe he's in Nick's contender list.
Yeah, I think this one. I'm gonna play him in the fourth place in the supers.
Okay.
I thought I saw something, but now that I'm looking back, I really don't see him running up to take the lead around with the other ones. So I'm gonna have to keep him in my bets, but not as a key horse. I'm gonna have to skip on this one.
On to the next horse, number 13, Publisher. Publisher looks like he's coming from a second place defeat to one of his rivals, I think. I think it was Sandman, if I remember. Um, a really good race. He was in that race with Sandman and Cold Battle, which are rivals. He's faced Cold Battle and Sandman. Looks like he's faced them about 3 times. So
Yeah,
he's lost to them. His record doesn't look
yeah,
promising. I don't have much to say about this horse.
I'm not saying anything except he's got a good jockey and a good trainer. That's about it. So unless Jose Ortiz can pick him up and run with him, that's the only chance that I believe this one will have.
Damn, okay. I think his jockey is Irad. Irad Ortiz is his
Irad,
jockey.
oh, the other, oh, sorry, Irad Ortiz, yeah.
Yeah, Irad
Wrong
is his.
Ortiz.
Yeah, the other
But,
Ortiz, I believe he's on Sandman.
yeah.
So we're making our way down the list. So we went from 13, now we're going to number 14. Tistastic. Tistastic's coming to the Derby with a great trainer as well, Steven Asum. And basically, I have nothing on this one. I believe he's
Yeah, I don't either.
also a horse to look for, as in your exotics, but his early ongoing looks like he won the on turf.
Yeah,
He's more of a turf horse than a
he's a
dirt
turf
horse,
horse and
but
the speed ratings. See, they're
he
kind of
did
low there.
yeah, but he did win the Louisiana Derby, so and he did beat a rival, I believe, Chunk of Gold.
Chunk of gold, yeah.
So he might be a contender. We might be underestimating this. I might have to go back to the videos, and see
To the drawing board
what
and
he,
see
yeah, to the drawing boards
see
and
what we
see,
missed.
because I did skip this horse. I did not pay much attention. So like I told you guys at the beginning of the video, guys, we are basically going to give you guys our contenders. We're not professionals. We don't suggest you guys bet. We're giving you guys the best analyzation that we can do with the tools we have at the moment. So bear with us. And I want to say the next horse is number 15.
Render judgment.
Render's Judgment. It looks like he's coming from a fifth place finish in the Bluegrass. So that means he has faced rivals as well. He came fifth place behind Birmingham Square and East Avenue. Also, American Promise. So he's raced rivals as well. So I don't see much out of the 7 races he has. He's only placed first once, and that was in a maidens special weight race at 116. Mile on 16th, sorry. So once again, I'm backing out of this one. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one too, Tony. I'm not really seeing anything that really can change my mind on this one, but we'll see.
Okay. On to the next one. Number 16, Coal Battle. Coal Battle is coming out of a third place finish in the Arkansas Derby. Let's see. I'm not sure. Do you have him on your contenders list, Nick?
No, I don't.
I don't know. Okay. I don't either. But by the looks of it, guys, starts with a win. He has a couple wins under his belt. So he did win the Rebel Stakes. He did win the Smarty Jones. He won the Remington Springboard Mile. So hey, maybe we
Wow.
have to
Yeah, yeah.
go look at
Maybe
him
we're
because
missing something on this, Tony.
maybe he had a bad trip in his recent race at the Arkansas Derby. I
Huh.
don't recall him in the race. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part.
look at that
No,
muddy. He's ran in
I
mud.
think
Yeah.
I think he faded. I think that's what it was. Sandman came to close down, if I remember. So he's probably gonna have to race differently to prove, in the Derby.
Yeah. And that speed
So
rating though.
that speed
That's
rate is
not
good.
that's
Yeah,
not
that's
too
that's that's not too bad. So that's why I'm over here like, hey, maybe we skipped
I'm
on a
gonna have
good
to go
horse.
back and look
So
at this one. I didn't even catch
yeah,
that. I didn't even he wasn't even
yeah,
on
he's
my
not my
radar till right now.
yeah, same
You
here.
learned
I'm not.
something. See, I learned
Hey,
something watching your show.
like and subscribe.
I will subscribe. I will tell my friends.
So next horse, number 17, guys. Number 17 is Sadman. And guess what? Yes,
Sad man.
he is in my contender list. Yes, I know I said Citizen Bull was my number one, but I take that back. Sandman, guys.
Sad man to
Sandman.
take it, huh?
The bells, ring the bells, ring the bells. So this
All
horse,
right.
for me, impressive win at Oakland Park. Winning the Derby there. A colt
And he's
out
on
of
an
Tapit.
upswing.
Yep, a colt out of Tapit. They're placed to rival Cole's battle too. He
Wow.
so he recently just beat him at the Derby, but he lost to him at the Rebel Stakes. So
Yeah.
the impressive thing is that he improved. Cold Battle didn't. So what I have
And this
here,
horse is.
uh huh.
Go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
No, so basically, all I'm saying is this horse has, been through mess ups, then he's improved, then he goes back to messing up, then he improves. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping the jockey in the Derby rides him as a stalker, maybe a little bit behind the stalkers in the mid pack. This is the horse. I take back what I said about Citizen's Bull. I know I said in the beginning of the video, Citizen Bull, ring the bells. Take those bells away from Citizen Bull. I'm
And
going
we're
with
gonna
Sandman. I'm
go on
going
with
with
Sandman because
Sandman.
you're.
I'm
All
locking in.
right. All right. Well, what I'm looking at is this horse has been running for a year, so he's got experience. Definitely an experienced horse. He's been running almost a year. His first race was in June, the late June. So he knows what he's doing, and if he could just keep going, progressing instead of zigzagging back and forth. If you're a metal fan, definitely a Metallica fan, this is your horse right here. Because I do see him coming in one of the top spots. So definitely on my radar. I'm going to go with Sandman somewhere in my picks.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. Next horse, number 18. And
Sovereignty,
this is,
huh?
yeah, Sovereignty. And this is a horse that a lot of people are looking at, man. I'm not going to say don't look at him. I'm not looking at him. And the reason for me, I'm not looking at him, I like the money horse. He is at 5-1. He might somehow. Hey, would you be surprised if he becomes a favorite over journalism?
You see that happening?
It's 3-1 journalism sovereignty as at 5-1. You know
Yeah.
those. You know there's gonna be new
Oh, yeah, by
betters.
the time the betting, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
By the time they hit the
so
gate and they run out.
in the Kentucky Derby, besides, there's guys like us that handicap it. We watch videos, we look at speed, we look at track, we look at how they race, where they race, what condition, what surface. And there's other people that just like we explained the other day that just look at the color, they love the color. They look at the name of the horse, they love the name of the horse. They look at the way the horse walks and they love the way the horse walks. So, personally, I do think Sovereignty is gonna be the favorite just because of that.
Yeah.
He does come from three good recent races. I believe he is a good contender. He's not on my contender list, guys. Like I said, and it's not because he's not a good horse. It's just he's not a money horse. I'm more of a money horse guy, but personally, yes, he will be a contender. Not in my eyes, but in the Derby, he will show up somehow.
You see him, huh? Coming up.
You can't.
Everyone's high on this one. This is another one everyone's high on.
Yeah.
Sovereignty. They were saying this is the one that can take it. But like you said, he's a favorite. Really not going to bring any money, especially I'm more towards the journalism side. If I were to go journalism and this horse to come in, there's no money to be made. But
If I'm watching as a fan and you would ask me, yes, journalism, just because of what he's done,
yeah,
you know how he's won. It's hard to see him to lose, but remember, sovereignty he's behind the
oh
lead
yeah,
horses.
definitely.
So it's going to be interesting to see this race lay out.
Yeah, and
So
most of his last three races are actually last four races are in the mile range.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he can certainly go the distance.
yeah,
He shouldn't be counted out. But if you're gonna go favorite, second favorite to win, you're not gonna make any money unless you're playing thousands of dollars. So, and I'm not that guy, not yet. Give me about 2 months, and then we'll talk about it. But as of right now, to make money, you're either gonna go sovereignty or journalism, and then the rest of the pack. But if you were to go both of them and put them on the same ticket, I don't see you making any money.
yeah. That's true. On to the next horse, Chunk of Gold. Chunk of
There's
Gold.
one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Sounds like Nick has some. What's up, guys? This is an update video of basically we had technical difficulties with our video that we shot yesterday, so we have to film the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes weren't able to be edited, so Thank you for joining us again on the Chalk Talk podcast. I'm Tony, and we left off with a chunk of gold. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah. But
share
before
this.
that, we have an update because since yesterday when we filmed the first time, Grande has been scratched. It looks like its trainer, Mike Rapoli, has pulled him out of the race because of a bruised foot.
Wow, so Grande is scratched. So
Yeah,
he's
so
on
that
to
means
another.
anything on from that horse is going to be scooted over one, and they're not going to add another horse to this run.
They're not gonna add, so it's a
No, they're
19
not
horse
adding
field.
anyone. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah, any horse from 9, from 11, 11 will now run in the 10 gate.
Yeah.
So there'll only be 19 gates. There's only be
Oh,
19
okay.
spots.
Okay, so you guys heard breaking news, guys. Today, May the 2nd, 2:51 p.m. here in Texas and 12:51 p.m. over there in California. Grande has been scratched. 19 horse field. On to the next horse, Chunk of Gold. Chunk of Gold is coming out of the pedigree Purvis and he has a good trainer, Ethan West.
Yep, and a good jockey. And I think, if I'm correct, Loveberry has won the Derby. He's a Derby
Yeah.
champion.
Wow. Okay.
So I think people are underestimating this one. I think Chucker Gold is really going to come up. If not to win, but he might be put him in your exotics. Definitely put
Wow.
him in your exotics and lay down some money because he'll be there.
Wow. Okay. So is this on your contenders list?
Yeah, I'm really liking this one. So I'm gonna keep an eye and see what I think after I look at all the other horses I got going on. But this one might be in there with me.
Yeah. So if you guys see, in his literally one, two, three, four races he has all in the money. He has placed first in his first race, and the last three have placed in second. So, if Nick is telling you guys to keep an eye on this guy, keep an eye on this guy.
And this guy's ran the distance. He's not, running furlongs. He ran a mile and then a mile and an eighth and a mile and 3/16. And I believe tomorrow's race is gonna be a mile and an eighth. So
No, for the Derby is a mile and a quarter.
yeah, but the fillies are running a mile and an eighth. No.
Yeah, but this is the Derby.
Oh shoot, you're right. I'm still on yesterday. I'm on
Nice.
today's races.
You
Sorry
good?
about that. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. We're new at this. We're gonna get better at it.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good. On to the next horse, which is our now. It's supposed to be our number 20 horse, but he's gonna be coming out the 19th spot because of the
Still number
scratch
20 though.
of Grande. Yeah, but number 20, correct. Owens Almighty. Owens Almighty. I did not see much with him. He is not on my contender list, guys. He does have a couple wins under his belt, but to be honest, these races really did not impress me. 5.5 furlongs, 7.5 furlongs. He's gonna be running almost 10 furlongs if I'm correct. Amount of
Yeah.
quarter. Those stats don't really help. He did win the Tampa Bay Derby. Showed a lot of improvement there, but he did come sixth place behind one of my key contenders that I was telling you guys about yesterday, Birmingham Squared, and one of Nick's contenders, East Avenue. So, I really don't see him placing either in any exotic. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't see much in this one either, Tony, because once they moved him up to the Group One horses, he ran sixth. He was doing good at the lower level. Once again, we're talking about moving up to the next level, and this horse doesn't seem to have it yet. But he might be something down the road at a future, maybe if they put him in the Breeders' Cup or something like that. After he's got a few more races on his belt. But as of today, I'm not gonna choose this one.
it sounds good. So we are going to our last horse. The last horse, which is a horse that tagged in because Rodriguez was scratched, is the number 21 horse, Bieza. Bieza is on my contender list, guys. Good colt coming out of a really good trainer, John Sheriff. So if you guys are familiarized with Girl Power Zenyatta, he was the trainer for that almighty filly. So yeah, Bieza comes off a second to the favorite journalism. He plays second behind our favorite in the Derby journalism. Shows some good speed looking like a Rich Strike, Nick. You remember
Yeah,
Rich Strike from 3 years ago?
I think he might be, that one that
Yeah.
was looking at him and he just got put in the race.
Yeah.
The difference between this one and Rich Strike was striked in the morning, so everyone had to scramble. And if you weren't
Yeah.
watching the races early in the morning, you found out that there was another horse that no one counted on, and he ended up winning the whole race.
Yep. That's
So
correct.
this might be another horse people are sleeping on, and definitely some money to be made on this one.
I want to say, keep an eye on him, guys. He's a really good horse. Like I said, he did come second to Journalism, the favorite. He did come second to the horse he's replacing, Rodriguez. But, he's shown good speed and he's shown that, he's gotten better, So, guys, keep an eye on Beza. He also has a really good jockey. His jockey, I believe, is Flavian Prot, right?
Yes, yes, and
Yes.
another great jockey. I think jockey of the year.
Hey, yeah. But, hey, between him and Irad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
yeah, guys. So just a quick update. This is just a little part two because we couldn't finish the editing and recording from the first video that we shot yesterday. So this is just to catch up the last three horses that the video didn't allow me to put. So, uh, like I like I said yesterday, make sure to stay at the end of the video. Nick and I will be posting bets for the Kentucky Derby. You know, like I said, bet with us, bet against us, but just bet and make money, guys.
for sure, have fun, and hopefully you guys subscribe. See you guys next week. We'll have a few more dropping next week.
Yes,
We'll go over our picks, see where we went wrong or where we did right. Maybe we'll be
sure.
celebrating, and maybe I'll have a yacht. I'll be sending a yacht from our next video because that means I
Hey,
won there.
you're
So
gonna have to
everyone,
you're gonna have to come and pick me up in that yacht,
there
man.
you go. I'll go to Houston pick you up.
That's badass, man. So this is your host once again, Tony,
And Nick.
and I'm signing off.
All right, you guys. Good luck.